for the 1500 point list, let's start off with the HQs. We have the Dark Apostle and the Sorcerer. The Dark Apostle, I would imagine in this list you would run him up with the Cultist, because any units within 6 inches of him get to use his Leadership 10, which is really good. And then just fluff-wise, Dark Apostles kind of rally the Cultist, and since this is all the troops are Cultists, it would make sense to have the Dark Apostle. And then the Dark Apostle has the Combi Melta in case if he gets up there, there's a tank, he can try to blow it up or get rid of one of its weapons. And then for the Sorcerer, I just like the Sorcerer just because you're adding in that psychic ability. And he's a Mastery level 3, he's got the Spell Familiar. I mean, Chaos Sorcerers, they can either take the Discipline of Zeech, Nurgle, or Slanesh, or they can take Biomancy, and I'm pretty sure there's some other things. There's 2 other disciplines I think you can take from the big rulebook, but I'm not entirely sure on those at the moment. So I like the HQ choices in this list. Next for the elites and troops, we have the Hellbrute, which is good for taking out any tanks with multi-melted Power Fist. Can try to run up there through fire and take out a few tanks, or just like any weak squads like Imperial Guard or like Tyranid Termagants or Ormagants, because they can't do anything to that front armor 12. Next for the troops, I can't say that I like having all cultists as troops. I mean, it would make sense with the Dark Apostle cultists, but I don't think I would ever run an all cultist troop list myself, just because they're only toughness 3, 6 up save. With the Mark and Nurgle on each squad, they're toughness 4, but I still don't think that they would make up their points. Now let's move on to the fast attack and heavy support choices. For the fast attack, the 5 spawn, I thought it was really interesting and unique to take 5 spawn, all with the Mark of Nurgle. They get their mutation or something special where you roll a D3 every time they're in the fight sub phase, and they get some kind of special ability, which I think would be interesting. I've never fielded spawn or seen spawn run in any list or battle that I've seen before. I still think it's a really interesting thing to throw in there, and you should probably try it yourself, because I think if you have 5 spawn running up, I don't think if they get there before they die, I think they could do a lot of damage. Now for the heavy support choices, we have the 2 Obliterators with the Mark of Nurgle. So they would be toughness 5, and they get all those heavy weapons, which really good for taking out any tanks. Then we have the 2 Vindicators with Demonic Possession and the Sage Shields. I like Vindicators myself in my Space Marine army. I have one of them, and it works perfect every time. I've blown up in 6th edition battles. I've instant killed many HQs just centering it over the top of them and them not making their invul save and just blowing them up. And then we have for the Fortification, with the new 6th edition you get fortifications. The Bastion, I would imagine you would either put, well, you'd probably put the Cultist in there, but with the Sorcerer, something, I don't know. But other than that, I think this list is really good. The Cultist, I can't say I don't like it. It's just that I don't think it would work well. But I still like the reasoning behind it with the Dark Apostle cultist. But yeah, let's move on to 2,000 point list. So for the 2,000 point list, we'll start off with the HQs and troop choices. So we'll start off with the Chaos Marine Terminator Lord. Personally, I think that with all his upgrades, he would make a very good close combat person. He has the gift of mutation, so maybe if you're lucky, you can get either Demon Prince or get off just a bonus before he goes into combat. Sigil of Corruption for the 4-up save. Mark of Corn, so he can kill stuff very easily. And then he has the Terminator Squad, who would accompany him. Now for the Chaos Marine Sorcerer, like I said in the 1,500 point list, I like the idea of having Psychic in the game and just having spells. So he's a Mastery level 3. He's got a Sigil of Corruption. I don't really think if he's running up with the Terminators and Terminator Lord, I can imagine him needing the Sigil of Corruption. But, if he's back in cover, I don't think he would really need that 4-up invul save. Because if he's back in, buildings or something, or he has a 4-up cover save. But if he's running up with the Terminators, then yeah, give him the Sigil of Corruption. Now for the troop choices, we have 3 units of Chaos Space Marines, all with their shooting weapons and all their close combat weapons. So with these 3 units, you really could either, depending on the type of battle you'd be playing in, you could either run them up or have them or have them stay back and shoot. And yeah, the Veterans of the Long War, which would give them hatred, I believe so. And yeah, let's move on to the elite choices now. Now for the elite fast attack and heavy support choice, we have Terminators for the elite choice, who would be running up with the Terminator Lord. Has +2 Terminators, so 5-man Terminator Squad. 3 sets of Twin Lightning Claws, a Reaper Autocannon, and then Twin Lightning Claws for the champion. They have the Mark of Corn, very good in close combat. Veterans of the Long War, Gift of Mutation on the champion. So you can get a bonus on him if you're going to have him in a challenge. Next, for the fast attack, we have a unit of Chaos Marine Raptors. They have the +5 Raptors, so 10-man squad. Which I think would be very powerful if they can get in combat before getting whittled down too much. They have the Mark Slanesh, gives them initiative 5. Champion, Gift of Mutation, get off an extra bonus. Veterans of the Long War, Melta Gun, Plasma Pistol, so could either take out tanks or any AP2 guys, or Armor Save 2 guys. And now let's move on to the heavy support choices. And now for the last unit in this 2,000 point army list, we have the Chaos Marine Havocs. They have the +5 Havocs, so you can kill the normal guys first before losing any of your heavy weapon guys, which I think is very good. They have the close combat weapons, and they have the Rhino. I don't really like those, just because they have the heavy weapons, and really they should just be staying back and shooting. So, you could just get rid of the close combat weapons and Chaos Marine Rhino if you wanted to. Champion, Gift of Mutation. I can't imagine the champion getting into close combat a lot, just since they're Havocs. They're going to be staying back and shooting. And, unless something comes back there, like, really fast, then I don't imagine that you would be needing that either. Or the power sword for the champion. Or the melta bombs. Just because if they don't have the rhino. That's what I think of the Havocs. I still like the +5 Havocs just to get rid of those guys first before your heavy weapons guys. The 4 autocannons, very shooty. And that's it. This army list is at 1,986 points. I like a lot of the army list. I think a lot of it is strong and could do lots of damage. Once again, post in the comments below of what you think about it and what you think some units would be good for. And hope you enjoyed watching this video. Comment, rate, subscribe, go tell your friends. If they're getting into chaos, they should come here, watch a few videos and reviews. This is the 3rd day of Week of Chaos, and happy wargaming.